this content is for kids.
It's not for kids.
Isn't that what I said?
No, it's not for kids. If you are 13 years or younger, this is not for you. Do I have to kill somebody in order to actually make that point across?
No, man, you don't have to kill
Wait
no one.
a second.
Oh, no.
When we return to our planet, the High Court may well sentence you to torture.
He likes movies, we like movies. Septum Sin versus the world. 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 I'd buy that for $1.
Greetings! Welcome to Septum Sin vs. the World. I'm Septum Sin. This is Kotobukijake.
Hey?
And we're here to show you what we got.
Show me what you got. I want to see what you got. Oh boy.
Haha. Well, any case, as you can see, we have decided to holidayify again for our
Is that a
channel.
word?
Yes, holidayify.
Nice.
And I've got a lot of cool things here. I've got I got Luna, and Luna she's not gonna stay on my shoulder, but maybe for the picture I'll put her on there. But this is a section we haven't seen in the room for a while because the lighting. When I got the new web camera, it would go like 5 frames per second as I was trying to do the lighting when we would do the old angle that showed this section of the room. And we sucked at it for the movie awards because we didn't have enough lighting. We should have put the spotlight up. It just would have been rougher. But now we have plenty of lighting. Picture actually looks better than normal. So hey, we're going to be doing this at least for the season.
Cool.
And we'll end it with our typical gift giving at the end of the year. I think that's when is Christmas? When is Christmas?
The 25th.
Well, duh. I mean, it's 2 weeks.
I believe it's a Saturday.
So,
And it's...
the week of would be not this next Monday, but the Monday after. Because the Monday after that
Sounds right.
follows it.
Yeah.
Yes. So, that's something to look forward to. But we have some fun stuff. I'm going to be reaching down into my bag of goodies here. Of course, unremarkable bag.
Yes.
So, let's pull this stuff out. Okay, so the first one here I got is an anime. Little animu to start us out.
Hey, an animal.
And I've got here Robot Carnival on Blu-ray.
Nice.
Now, this is one I saw back in the day on the Sci-Fi Channel. See, Sci-Fi Channel used to run anime and an anime stream. Well, it's not a stream. What do they call it? Like a TV thing. And I saw a lot of the ones like Lily Cat. But I saw Vampire Hunter D that way. I saw A-Code that way. A lot of cool classics I saw there. And this was one of them that, for the life of me, was hard to track down for a while. And then there was a limited release that it wasn't an American release, so it kind of was a bootleg-ish. And the guy I bought it from and said, well, there is no real release. Well, now there is a real release. And this is a bunch of shorts by different animators about, well, robots. And it has a very delightful opener and ender. I've had, actually, I'm still debating for my month in March, which anime to show. And it really is between this and Night is Short, Walk On Girl. Because both of them are ones that probably would never be selected by voting. But darned if they aren't fun films.
If there were more weeks in the month, I might have done a Masaki Uwasa night, and it might have been that one, but yeah.
Because I've already got my birthday done. I mean, my birthday picks. I am solid behind the first 2 Puella movies.
Nice.
Because that covers that first series. And it's the only way we're going to get Puella out there.
Well, we might eventually hit it on this channel, but you know.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But this is kind of cool. Love this movie. Glad that I own it on Blu-ray.
Cool. It's a Discotheque release, right?
Yep.
One of the several they tried to pull from the dustbin of history, like Echo.
And I believe they actually did this one to high definition, so that's even better. Yep.
Cool.
They brought this one to high definition, so it's not a standard definition like a lot of the ones they try to fit on one disc. So I do look forward to that. I might end up doing this one, but both of those I really want to watch again, so I'm not sure when.
Good times. So also for good times, a show that I had heard a lot about. This is weird. Okay, this is a show that was an HBO series that the critics loved. That my brothers, one really, really loves stupid comedies. And the other one kind of, we say he is a... I'm not going to say that. That's mean. But anyway, but my brothers, not the people you would expect to bring me high quality, critically acclaimed stuff. They both started watching this, and they were raving about how good it was. And I was like, okay, I'll give it a couple episodes. And I was pretty hooked, and I made sure to pick it. Luckily, it's a short series. HBO, they're not exorbitantly expensive, but it does add up. And but they produce some really good stuff. And they did a comedy series that had 3 seasons that's called Bored to Death, which I read the quick synopsis here. Meet Jonathan Ames, writer, romantic, unlicensed private detective. After his girlfriend leaves him and breaks his heart, Jonathan, to prove to himself that he can be a man of action, becomes the Sam Spade of Brooklyn, solving cases of blackmail, missing persons, and betrayals of love. And so he's played by Jason Schwartzman. Zach Galifianakis is his friend, who's kind of an oddball. And Ted Danson is, if I remember correctly, I want to say he's a publishing magnate who has, let's just say, a loose outlook on getting through the day sober. Let's put it that way. They're very, very different from the policies of Sam Malone. He would probably horrify Sam. Actually, but they make a great team. And actually, I really love this cover. It shows all of them with probably your beverage of choice, I guess. And then, season 3. Blu-ray releases. This is actually one of the shortest full series I have from HBO. And it is a very fun show, and it's worth a look. And incidentally, not really a pickup. This was just brought out of the collection. The rest of what I have this time will be pickups. But for various reasons, I'm going to be light on pickups for a while.
So, I got something from Wet Movie 1 a little while ago, and we'll talk a little bit on that later. But this time is one from a previous order that I did from him, and I saw this, and it's gotten to be out of print, unfortunately.
Oh.
But I'm hoping it's going to be in print. And this is a Danny DeVito flick, which is called The War of the Roses.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I mean, that's got a pretty good cast in it. Michael Douglas, Kathleen Turner, and Danny DeVito, of course. It's one I've wanted to watch for a while, and then I found out later, I was like, oh, look, it's out of print. Well, I guess I'm not going to watch it anytime soon. But then What Movie 1 had it on his site for a little while, which is Big Sex Something. It's down below. You can check it out. I usually put his eBay channel there so that you can check that out. So, order from him. I know that he uses that to help with his family. So, help him out. Hey, if you're getting good movies, good cause, I think it's worthwhile. And he usually takes care in what he sends you. And I think this was a good one. Matter of fact, I got a package in the mail from him like I said, today, but I just haven't gotten to open it yet. But I will be talking a little bit about it. I'll try and pull something from that for next week's, or at least something that might be fun. There's some items I'm sure that'll be fun in that.
Cool.
But this one here is about a couple that does not like each other.
To put it mildly.
And Danny DeVito's kind of that mediator. And I don't know much else about it. I've seen the commercials. They look fun. You know what it reminds me of? There was a Coen film like that. What was it?
Intolerable Cruelty.
Intolerable Cruelty. That's what it reminds me of.
It's a similar theme.
So,
yeah.
I'm curious about it. I've heard a lot of good things. I'm glad to have it in the collection.
I saw that years ago and hated it, but then it's one of those ones that I feel like it's ripe for a re-evaluation. And didn't I pick that up in the Outer Banks? I feel like I did.
Maybe.
I think I found it at Dollar General. But anyway, so my next one was a very cheap pickup. It was free.
Hey.
In fact, he just handed it to me a few months ago.
Free.
But this is one that I believe you showed me, actually. And it is definitely one of the darker and more twisted of Terry Gilliam's offerings. This was one that the critics hated, which they do occasionally with his work.
Dave loves.
Some people love it. I found it fascinating and dark and twisted, and I think it was worth a watch, and I will happily have it in the collection. And that is his movie Tideland, which does feature a number of interesting folks. Jodelle Ferland is the star, if I remember correctly. But you got Brendan Fletcher, Janet McTeer, Jennifer Tilly, and Jeff Bridges. If I remember correctly, I think Bridges spends most of the movie dead. I could be remembering that wrong.
But it's interesting when he's there.
Yeah. And this does have some pretty good bonus features. So I certainly I could do worse than to add this particular addition to the collection. And
sometime you'll see why I did that. Who knows when, though? Because it'll be a random
There's
chance.
a Criterion edition, isn't there?
An Arrow edition.
Arrow edition, right. Gilliam is kind of split between Criterion and Arrow. More and more of his stuff is getting re-released by the really high-end companies. And
hey, Phoebe.
I definitely... I kind of envy those Arrow sets, but then again, this one, like I said, it's got some good stuff on it, so... Alright.
Kitty. You know, actually, I was reviewing one of our old Christmas episodes when I was trying to repost it, and it was kind of a sad thing because, you know, I was lifting up Carpy and he was looking at us and of course, Mr. Larson has since left us. 2000. Actually, it was weird. It was 2019, so it was the same month he had died, which is very sad. But he's our old boy, though. And he's been with us for a while. You could see him in a lot of episodes that we were in.
Foo's a camera hog.
So let's see what this next one is. I kind of just randomly grabbed stuff and stuffed it in the bag. Okay, this is Hideous, which is one I picked up on the full moon sale this Halloween. I want to say this was at recommendation from Mo, who I cannot think of the name. What is the name of his channel now?
It's Retro something or other.
Well, you formerly Drunken Master, but you can type in Full Moon Madness and like any full moon title practically, and you'll see his channel come up. And he recommended this. He's actually a very much a fan of the full moon. So this one is says Dr. Lorca, an eccentric collector of biological oddities, has just acquired his greatest specimen, a horrible mutant born of toxic sewage. But the creature's rightful owner wants it back. The collector's clash is cut short, though, as the sickening specimen comes to life, reanimating an angry, oozing little army of ferocious freaks. So, sounds like fun.
Yeah.
You know, full moon stuff can be hit or miss, depending, but I'm sure that this will be an interesting watch.
Okay. So next up, speaking of those Criterion films, I goofed this time, and I had to cheat in order to meet my goal, I guess you could say, my protocol for the Criterion half-off collection. Of course, they do their big sale in November and also in July. It's usually synced up with an exact same sale on the Criterion site, on Barnes & Noble, Amazon. They're all synced up together. And ever since I started actively doing the sale, I've been buying one film each time by a classic, one classic film by one of the masters of the silent film era. I basically went through all the Charles Chaplin ones I could until I ran out. I'm sure they've got to do a few more of his because he still has more they could do. And then I moved to Harold Lloyd, and Harold Lloyd was supposed to be this month. I had to cheat. I missed the actual sale for my second purchase. But fortunately, Amazon came to the rescue with lots of Criterion that was still half off. So I was able to get my Harold Lloyd film. So I cheated, but I still did it, damn it. And that is the movie Speedy. Yeah, 1928 film. Again, crapload of special features there. Never have seen this one. I know relatively little about it, but Lloyd was definitely a giant of the time, and I've heard generally good things about it, so I had to give this a go eventually, but happy I was able to get that in just under the wire.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So let's see what this next one is. Alright, well this is one I got on the Disney Movie Club because it was cheap enough. And that is Frank and Ollie, which is, I believe, a documentary.
Oh, yeah. Heard about that.
Before computer graphics, special effects wizardry, and out-of-this-world technology, the magic of animation flowed from the pencils of two of the greatest animators the Walt Disney Company ever produced, Frank Thomas and Ollie Johnson. Frank and Ollie, the talent behind Bambi, Pinocchio, Lady and the Tramp, The Jungle Book, and others, set the standard for such modern-day hits as The Lion King. It was their creative genius that helped make Disney synonymous with brilliant animation, magnificent music, and emotional storytelling. And what the story they have to tell. Take the journey with these extraordinary artists as they share secrets, insights, and inspiration behind some of the greatest animated movies the world has ever known. They have a decent number of special features there, as you can see.
Yeah.
So 70 meds of special features, right there. If I can do it right. There you go. But I saw this. It was extremely cheap. I think it was like $5 when I got it. So I was like, this is cool. I've wanted this since I heard about it coming out when we were doing the news. And you know what? I'm glad to get a hold of it. It's
I feel like that probably was one that we had said, what was it, Yes Please, probably?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it was
on the higher up end.
Right. I'm curious. My next one, I obviously had to package that with one other last stab at the sale.
Big one at the
And as it turns out, the other one I got that was still half off was the one I very nearly got at the start of the month. So I got another shot at it. And that is the film by Hirokazu Koreeda called Afterlife.
Nice.
It's very nice. I've heard good things about this. It's one of those thought-provoking films, which Koreeda does a lot. It's a bittersweet film about the idea is if you could only choose one memory to hold on to for eternity, what would it be? And it's kind of an interesting idea. This one, to my very serious irritation, has relatively few special features. It's got a few, and some of them look pretty good. Some interviews. It does have a commentary, which is nice.
And an essay, I'm sure.
And of course, it has an essay.
Yes, essay.
By novelist Viet Thanh Nguyen. Koreeda is a very brilliant director. I'm very much wondering when the flippin' hell we're going to get some of his more recent stuff. At least nobody knows, but some of his more recent stuff, some of it has very poor North American distribution. There is a nice Arrow set that I picked up that has some of the more recent ones. It might even have Afterlife. I have to check. But I read somewhere a while back, someone pointed out that there's like 2 Japanese films after 2000 in the Criterion Collection, and there's like 250 before 2000. And this one is, I don't know if you can see that, 1998.
Yep, there you go. Joins the ranks.
I don't get it. Anyway, but very happy I got a shot at that and the other one at the proper cost just a few days late.
So this next one came from SRS. Ooh, focus is off.
Ooh.
Boop, 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 boop.
We're blurry!
Oh, and let's see if I can get it
We're
to...
still blurry!
Alright, it's easy enough to fix.
Oh, I think it's getting there.
Auto, so boop, and back down. And there we are.
There we are.
There we are again. Alright, so it was trying so hard on the autofocus to read that. So this is one I got at the Dollar Tree. I saw the packaging, I saw the actors, and I was like, okay, I could give this a try. Again, I'll buy that for $1.
Yes.
And that is The Formula, which has Marlon Brando, George C. Scott, and Martha Keller? Is that right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Alright, well, so, you know, I'm like, okay, I'm willing to check this out. The police detective, Barney Kane, where he goes, assassination follows. Someone is gunning down his contacts as Kane connects the dots and dodges death. He finds his investigation is tied to a secret formula for a non-polluting synthetic fuel that wouldn't just revolutionize the oil industry, it would destroy it.
Ooh.
Intrigue. Environmental intrigue. So, I mean, not that much of a tax on the collection, to be sure. So, I'm willing to give it a try. You never know. Might be great.
You never know. So along those lines of you never know, we did see a Sentai Filmworks sale not too long ago, just around Black Friday, and I placed a very small order, just a couple of items. One of them is one I've been kind of eyeing for, a few months, particularly, I think since I knew about it. But for our channel, for this channel, of course, we do our lovely anime discussions, and what was it? I think it was like February or March this year. Mo put forward a really cool one that I had a copy that really needed viewing, so I was very pleased about that. But we went ahead and watched School Live, which was a very delightful and weird series, but very well done.
Yes.
And there are a couple of live-action versions of this story, and I went ahead and grabbed School Live, the movie, which basically you can kind of see from here. I'm going to be honest.
The cover actually spoils the thing at the beginning, so it's kind of...
But this is one where watch our episode, episode on this series if you really want an in-depth about it. But the basic gist of it is you have the after-school club that, what did they call it again? Let's see, the Living Club, isn't it? Basically just the Living Club. It's just got these few girls who hang out at school, all the time. And one of them is very studious and peppy and
Really
upbeat and everything. And by the end of the first episode, you see the big twist of the series. And it's a fascinating twist. And I will leave it off air just in case you missed that. Like I said, check out the episode. I don't know what I will think of the live action version, but I figured at the price it was worth grabbing, and if I like this, maybe then I'll get the extra episodes of the, So we'll see.
It's secretly the ramen apocalypse.
Indeed. Have you seen this yet? Or?
Not yet.
Yeah.
I have that one and the other thing that followed it.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got the live actions.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought I didn't have something big to end on, but I do, which is sad because I would have started with the big one, so you would end with the big one, because you've got a really big one I saw there.
Yeah.
But that's all right. Yours is technically overshadowing mine, but it's still pretty cool.
Still gonna be fun.
Which is the recently released Woody Allen collection.
Yeah.
This went on sale on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I originally wasn't going to get it, then I put it on sale for almost 50% off. So I was like, oh, okay.
It's kind of a nice looking set.
It is a nice looking set, and all these are now. I mean, none of these. None of them are in the collections I have behind me. And all the ones I had were just separate, loose DVDs. But look at that. I love that. And then you got them all in these nice. I know the light's kind of like hitting it, but
that's like most of the 90s ones, isn't it?
Yep. So
I thought there was a set for the 90s.
There was a 3-1 set. Actually, this is more for the late 90s, early 2000s.
Well, let me see.
Bullets Over Broadway, Mighty Aphrodite, Everyone Says I Love You, Celebrity, Small Time Crooks, Curse of the Jade Scorpion. Those are definitely late 90s.
Yeah.
Hollywood Ending, and anything else, that was early 2000s.
Well, you're looking at, if I remember correctly, 94, 95, 90.
2003.
Yeah. Yeah, that was 2003.
Yep.
That was 02. Can't remember that one. Probably 01, 2000, 98.
Because I remember Curse of the Jade Scorpion was when he was trying to go back to his roots again.
Yeah.
And it kind of failed.
Yeah.
These are not some of these, like Bullets Over Broadway is fun. It is a fun one. Mighty Aphrodite is freaking awesome. Everyone Says I Love You is a pretty cool experimental musical piece.
I loved it. I thought it was underrated.
Celebrity is also an awesome one.
Right.
Small Time Crooks and Curse of the Jade Scorpion are about on par with okay comedies.
Yeah.
Not as good as his old stuff.
Yeah.
Hollywood Ending, meh. And anything else, extra meh. But if you ever want to see Jason,
I like that one too.
If you ever want to see Jason Biggs play Woody Allen,
he does a decent job of it.
You can see it.
He does a decent job of it. And actually, Celebrity has Kenneth Branagh in the Woody Allen role.
Yeah.
Bullets Over Broadway has John Cusack in that role. So it's always interesting seeing other people take that role, because there's almost always a Woody Allen role.
This also is a space reducer, because, I mean, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 DVDs, and right now this is about the size of 2. So I'm saving like 6 DVDs worth of space by doing this, and I'm getting a better picture to boot. And yeah, they don't seem to have a lot of special features, at least not to my knowledge.
Well, the
regular editions don't either, because he's notorious for it. Woody Allen is one. If there was ever somebody that really could utilize a Criterion collection for his movies, it would be Woody Allen. Despite what you think about him.
Right.
I do think that. Of course, sadly, I think that documentary series has more of a chance of getting Criterion these days than this would be. So, still, not bad. It was caught me way off guard when Dane first let me know, and of course I knew anyway, because I'm always plugged into. I mean, shoot, we plug ourselves into the news. At least I do still, because I'm so used to looking them up. Now I look them up and I only have to put them away anywhere. I just like, ooh, these I want. Okay, put wish list in. You know.
See, I didn't even. Did I know about that set? I don't know if I knew about that set.
I don't know. We talked about it because it happened before I dropped
What
off.
does I usually go for?
The last time I saw it was 50, and
Not bad.
which is not bad.
Mm-hmm. I'd buy that for $1.
I mean, that's less than $10. Less than $10 a movie. That you can't really.
I know. And like you said, huge space saver. Like, I don't think I actually have Curse of the Jade Scorpion, but I'm not sure about that. I know I have all the others on DVD, so that would be a big space saver.
I gave you my copy of Curse, but I gave it to Dave.
You gave your curse to Jade, huh?
Yes, Jade to Dave. Yes.
Nice. My last one is not a space saver.
Nope.
Especially because I got it to match the first one, which is not a space saver. But this was the main focus of my particular Sentai order. I've been watching this one like a hawk, waiting for it to come down to what I considered a reasonable price. And it was taking way too friggin' long. And because I have the first one and I wanted them to match, I finally jumped when the price budged, even though it still wasn't where I wanted it. This one's been running $75 on the Sentai sales for a while. And this sale, I think they brought it down to $68.
Yeah.
So, you know. And now Right Stuff is offering it on sale for $90. So, you know. That, of course, is one of Sentai's special edition collections. Is it wrong to try to pick up Girls in a Dungeon 2? Which I think I did a show off at some point. Might have been a proper pickup, I think, for the first one, which is the same size. It's a similar size box. And if you open it up, it's wrapped around with a blue ribbon, which is supposed to, for Hestia there, her ribbon has become legendary somehow. It's a really cool set. I haven't opened this one, obviously. I'm assuming it's going to be similar in structure. I still haven't actually started watching this franchise, which is one of the reasons I wasn't as willing to throw as much money down, because, you know, it's like, I've already spent a lot on the franchise, but I wanted it. I wanted, you know, like with him, he doesn't like having partial sets. I wanted to be sure to get this while it was still available. If it's probably going to end up coming down to $40 before they sell out, and I'll be pissed when it does. But you know, it looks like a fun show. It has gotten generally good reviews. The first season in particular got a lot of good reviews, and I look forward to giving that a go eventually. Now,
and getting the special edition of season 3 that'll be out.
Now, this is something kind of sad. This was the box that they shipped it all in, and by it all, I mean those
Didn't they put anything in
two
there?
items. Those 2 items. They used this whole box. Yeah, they had the, you know, that brown paper there
Well, that's
to wrap
good,
it.
though,
Yeah,
at least.
like this was wrapped up nicely.
Good.
but yeah, I think they could surely have found a shorter. No, I don't know. It is an oddly shaped thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. They could have figured out something more creative.
Since I never got the first one, I am really just waiting for the price to come down on the standard, which will not go out of print likely.
Right.
Though one thing they may do, and Sentai has been doing this, is do like a full series set, which would be great.
Just possible, because you're right. They've been doing that with a lot of their shows.
You know, and with season 3 coming out, I'm willing to wait another year to look at season 2 or to think about getting it, because I haven't even started the series yet. Why am I bothering trying to rush to get it? It's on my wish list. I know to get it eventually.
And you know that the standards are probably going to stay in print.
So, I mean, I can wait for it to drop below 20, and if it doesn't, and let's say instead they come out with a complete series bundle, I'll grab that and be a huge space saver so I can finally cut down on it, because I got most of the series on DVD.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes up a decent shelf space size. I need to clear out some stuff. I need to do a thinning.
Yeah.
I need to do that Mary Kondo on my collection and just go one at a time and go, But I have to watch stuff.
Yeah, that's part of the issue. It's like, I have a lot of duplicates, but I can't put them on eBay because they're unwatched copies, and it's like, that just wouldn't be right.
Yeah, I gotta watch and see if there's anything worthwhile. But with that being said, I hope you've enjoyed this. If you did, click that like button, hit subscribe, and share, because we will definitely see you on the next one.
Bye.